It's a new day, and you know what that means. We're back with more Raft content on the channel. Before the video starts though, how about you just take 5 seconds real quick just to scroll down and click that red subscribe button. I'll give you some time, go ahead, go do it, but if it's already great, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. We're already hitting like 15 subs. Hey, who knows, maybe we can hit 100 next week. Let's go, let's strive for the moon. Anyways, let's count down 5 things that I'd love to see in the next update to Raft. Number 5, expandable crop farms. Now, I know there are mods out there that do a lot of these things. For example, there are actually mods that give you bigger crop farms and you can expand them, make them bigger. But that is how a lot of things got into the game of Minecraft. Obviously, pistons were first a mod, and then the developers thought that's actually a really good idea and tried implementing it into Minecraft, and they did a great job. So I think Redbeat could really make this work, you know, making it cost materials to upgrade a crop farm. Instead of having 3 different tiers of basic crop farms and that's it, you know, you have the normal one where you can plant beets and potatoes, and then the secondary one where it's watermelon, mango, or not mango, pineapple and that sort of thing, and then the last one is obviously trees and that sort of thing. But I believe it'd just make the game much more infinitely fun if we had one crop farm and then it cost more to upgrade as you go along and you can just plant whatever you want. Maybe it would be nice to keep the different 3 tiers and then make those tiers upgradable. Maybe that's a good idea. Anyways, I just thought I'd mention it because this is one of my favorite features and I wish it was in the game because that mod is so fun to use. Number 4 is metal armor. Now hear me out, I know there's armor already in the game, but let's be honest, it's really limited. You can only really get leather armor or whatever it is. I feel like we should make this a proper survival game. And what is a survival game without being able to max out your abilities? Why shouldn't we be able to craft that metal that we stock up into armor and actually use it to make ourselves more powerful to the point where we don't have to be afraid of mama bears or sharks and we can just kill them easily using our armor? I feel like that would add a lot more to the game. Obviously, you don't want armor to be too overpowered because then eventually the game might get a bit boring and watered down because it just becomes too easy. But I believe if you could craft maybe a metal chest plate, for example, that would just make the game much more fun and it's something to strive for, I guess. Number 3 is breeding animals. Now I know this might be a controversial one because animals are kind of sacred in the game, and I guess that's a good point because it's nice to just have that one thing that's not easy to get and you never want to lose it. And obviously when you bring in breeding, you can then get technically infinite amounts and you might want to then harvest them for food, and maybe that's not what they're trying to go for with the animals because then that might make food boring. But hear me out, I feel like it should be allowed because it can just bring a lot to the game and make you be able to farm more on your raft, and will turn Raft into a more infinitely expandable game because you can get more materials easily without having to leave your raft, and it just gives you another income of food or whatever. Maybe you can make food rare so that it doesn't drop that often from animals. Maybe you just want to farm them because it gives you more eggs, for example with chickens, or you can get more milk or more wool, who knows. But I think breeding animals could be a big game changer, and it could make the game a lot more fun if you're playing with friends, because obviously some of you want your own animal, your own chicken, but if you can't find it, hey, breed it and there you go, you've got a baby chicken even. That would be so adorable. So yeah, that's my point. Add breeding animals to the game. I think it would be really fun. Number 2, and this might be one of my best ideas yet, and I'm sure it's been thought of, but I want to add something which is almost like a suction machine. And I know what you're thinking, it's not a net, it doesn't go in the ocean and suck garbage. No, I want this to be able to go under chests or go under nets so that you can actually suction things automatically into chests or any sort of storage device. If you've ever played Minecraft, you'll know how the hopper works, and obviously I've played Minecraft pretty much all my life and I've absolutely loved it, and I feel like hoppers add that level of automation which make you feel like you've almost completed the game and you've really gotten into the industrial phase, you know, the factory revolution sort of phase. And I feel like if they added hoppers into Raft, it could make things so much more fun because you could just farm more, you could AFK at your computer, leave it on overnight, and I love that aspect of games where you can really grind it and make things fun and expandable. So I think hoppers or a suction type machine which can automatically transfer items maybe on a conveyor belt, who knows, but something that could fit in the theme of Raft and give you that automation aspect would be so cool. Number 1 is possibly the most important one to me. Now, I know Raft is a survival game and it's meant to be hard, it's meant to be grindy, but I feel like maybe on easy mode or medium mode, the item stack limit should be increased, because although I know it's meant to be realistic to a certain point, it's not meant to be bang on realistic to real life, but I still feel like 20 as the limit is just too low. And I know when you get a backpack the inventory increases, but I was thinking maybe when you get a backpack or an upgraded backpack, your item stack maximum can be increased from 20 to maybe, let's say, 50 or something along those lines. That can make things just a lot more easy and you don't have to go back and forth to the boat and the big islands when you're exploring and trying to cut down loads of trees. And just a mini point, when you're cutting down trees, please give us more planks. It just doesn't make sense that we only get 3 planks from a big old tree. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. Anyways, I'd say add this to easy mode, because a 50 stack would be so much more fun to use than, let's say, 20. And in modded Raft, there are loads of mods that actually do this, and it makes the game a lot more fun and just improves the quality of life pretty much in every single way possible. And that's a wrap for my top 5 things that I'd like to see in Raft in the next update. Now, who knows what we're going to get in the next update, and I'm sure a lot of these things will never make it into the game, but if any Raft developer is ever watching this, I feel like these things are something I'd love to see in your game. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you disagree with anything I've said or agree, put it in the comments. If you've got your own suggestion as to what they should add to Raft, also put that in the comments. And just one last thing, guys, now that we've actually got the renovation update, I feel like chapter 3 could still come out either this summer, maybe in the winter, so I'm gonna estimate roughly September time. But when do you guys think this update will be released? Put your estimate down in the comments and we can all get hyped for this new storyline extension. I can't wait to see what you guys think of my list. Have a great day and I'll see you in the next one.